how do I pronounce this, man? Let's get my trusty translator out again. I don't even know what language that's supposed to be. It says Swedish. Slur. Slur. I don't know about that.
S-L-Ö.
Slur. 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 Hey guys, welcome back to Dipswitch Demos. My name is Jackson and today we are checking out the Walrus Audio Slow. I'll be honest with you guys, I have no idea how to pronounce this. I think it's Swedish, which Google Translate said is like slare or something. Although Mario from Face in Belgium, I think, said slow. I think I'm going to stick with slow because that just seems easier for me. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to pronounce this pedal wrong and it's going to be slow. Like I said, I think it's Swedish for dull or something like that, which this pedal definitely is not dull. This is a very, very interesting pedal. It kind of signifies a bit of a direction change for Walrus as well, which I was not aware of. It's kind of a direction change from simple overdrive fuzz and more simple modulation and reverbs to a much more expansive ambient sound. And that definitely comes across. There's reverb sounds in here that you straight up can't get from other pedals. It's also really easy to get huge expansive sounds straight out the box. We have a relatively simple control layout here. At least if you're familiar with most reverb pedals, you'll be familiar with these controls. We have a decay, length of your reverb, a filter, which is nice, a nice difference compared to a simple tone control, mix, which is basically your dry wet blend. You can also get 100% wet on all three of the reverb sounds, I think, which is nice. An X knob, which is basically like a parameter control, does a different thing for each algorithm. And then depth of your modulation. The modulation in this pedal is my favourite part of the whole thing. They've really taken a step back and thought about what would be more musical for modulation in a pedal like this. You know, because anybody can add a simple sine or square wave or triangle wave to a reverb pedal. I mean, I couldn't, but most pedal manufacturers can. What they've done here is really thought about the wave shape that you might want from your reverb pedal. We still have a simple sine wave here, but the other two are really interesting. We have warp and sync. Now, if I'm not mistaken, warp sort of emulates the modulation that you might get from an old vinyl. So it's a lot more fluttery, a bit more random, and it definitely takes you back to that sort of sound. And then finally, my favourite wave shape on here is sync. And I think this emulates the sort of modulation you get from a Bigsby tremolo arm sort of thing. So it's a lot smoother, it's a bit more, I don't know how to say it, it just sounds more musical. Let's move quickly onto the reverb algorithms. We have 3. We have Dark, Rise, and Dream. Dark is almost like a reverse shimmer reverb, so it's like a reverb with an octave below, and that's really, really cool. It's very cavernous and cave-like. That's my easiest way to describe it. Adding that lower octave really bellows out into kind of huge ambient sounds, and that's really, really nice. Rise is almost like an auto swell reverb sound. Works best in my opinion when you have like 100% wet signal, so it's almost like an auto swell pedal. And then finally, Dream is a really, really nice modulated reverb. This is probably the one that I use most of the time because of the sustain feature. And the other 2 algorithms, the sustain is a momentary thing where it just kind of ramps up the decay to pretty much maximum, and it just kind of bellows out and you can play over the top of it. Whereas in the Dream algorithm, the sustain turns into a latching foot switch sort of thing. So you tap it and it sustains whatever is going on infinitely and sort of adapts and changes and evolves in depending on what you're playing over the top of it. It's a really inspiring sound going on there. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the slew. This pedal is really great straight out the box. You know, no messing around, no major secondary features or subdivisions. Like I said, the modulation section in this pedal is my favourite part about the whole thing. I wish more pedals came with a slightly different approach to modulation like this one does. I only just wish that we had its own dedicated switch to access the different waveforms, but that's really minor. This is a lot of fun. Let's jump straight into some tones. Music Man Cutlass into this pedal, into the Victory V40 with no reverb. No reverb on the Waza tube amp expander as well, so all the kind of reflections and space and reverb and whatever is hearing straight from the pedal. Waza tube amp expander is emulating a 212 cab, going into my audio interface, a Universal Audio Apollo Solo, which has got like a mic preamp going on just to kind of warm things up a bit. This video is sponsored by Walrus Audio and Face Distribution, who distribute Walrus over here in Europe, but they've not paid me to say anything in particular. All the opinions in this are my own. I've really enjoyed getting to know this pedal, and let's get some tones with it. Thanks guys for checking out the video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and check out some more videos below. Also, if you want to support me and the channel more, there's a few links below that you might want to check out. Patreon, Bandcamp, things like that. Would really appreciate the support, guys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!